Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shweta Sinha and today I'm going to do a 24-hour read-a-thon. So it's 5 p.m. in the evening and till tomorrow 5 p.m. I'm going to do this read-a-thon and let's see how many books can I read. Lately I've been very inspired to do a read-a-thon vlog and I was very excited to finish my TBR pile, and today's target was for 5 books at least, and the first book I was reading was Ravana by God of Kataria, and I was in a very comfortable position reading it, slipping water in between, and I was reading the Kindle edition. Hi everyone, so I'm halfway into my first book and it's been 1 hour 30 minutes since I started reading, and this book is so gripping. Like, I never enjoyed mythological readings before, but this is a completely new perspective. I'm getting to know Ravan as a different human being. Like, he is depicting his story and there are so many different perspectives that the author has put in about him. It is really interesting. So, but now I'm going to have a bottle of juice or something. I need something to snack upon and then I'll continue reading it. How many of you love mango juice? Because I love it a lot and I love drinking and snacking while I'm reading. I was also taking notes because later I had to review it on my Instagram page. If you haven't checked it, it's @UPSC _sedulous_aspirant. Also, how many poses do you change while reading? Because I changed like 1,000. Hi everyone, it's 8:50 right now and I'm done with my first novel, Ravan, and I enjoyed it. Like, it is a mythological read, so the perspective but the author has put into this is very interesting. Like, I always saw Ravan just as a kidnapper of Sita and who got killed by Ram, and he was Asur and nothing more than that, not his backstory or anything. We never talk about what his perspective or his side of story was. So it was nice reading it, and I actually enjoyed the plots where the author has tried to explain things scientifically. Like, when he was talking about the ring of fire, that Lakshman Rekha, he talked about chemicals, and when he was trying to talk about the bow in Swayambar which Ram broke to marry Sita, he talked about how it was made in such a way that it is difficult to break. And so he excluded the majestical or magical things from the narrative, and he explained everything scientifically. That was the best part, and historical facts also that he put in was also very interesting to read because it was correct, and thus that proves that author has put into some research in this book, and I actually enjoyed it. So I'll move on to my next read now in 10 minutes. The second book I was reading was Mythological Crumbs by Ajay Patil, and the page count was 144 and the genre was poetry. The intense look on my face suggests that I really needed to connect with every poem to understand the true meaning what the author was trying to put in front of us, and it was such an amazing read. I'll be reading one of my favorite lines from this book at the end of this read-a-thon, so please watch till the end. Hi everyone, so it's 11:30 right now and I'm in the middle of my second book. It is a poetic book and I'm enjoying what author has written because each poem is just of it is a collection of poems, so it is just of one or 1.5 pages each, and they are so intense. When you read, you have to give it a thought while turning the page because there is message in each and every sentence, and I am enjoying it so much. But I am also feeling sleepy because I am a morning person as such. But I'll do it. I'll finish this book and maybe start the other one and then go to sleep because a lot of TBR has to be completed. I'll see you then. While I was reading on bed, I was just hoping not to fall asleep, and that's why I was playing with the window behind with my leg. I was really enjoying this read. Hi everyone, so it is the next morning now, and I was reading late till last night, and today I woke up like I overslept as per I estimated, and now I'm in the middle of my book third, and I'm really enjoying how the author has the relationship between leadership as well as personal relationship in a project, and how they can be brought together, and then that could influence what you are working with. I really like that perspective, and I'll be continuing with that now.
The third book I was reading was The Art of Influencing Project Success by Nicholas Ferguson, and the page count was 192, and then I needed something sweet. Because I don't drink coffee and tea while studying, I just have something sweet to boost up my energy, and right now I was having the leftover of this rainbow cake from my sister's birthday.
So I finished my third book of this readathon, and it was interesting how all of us are almost working from home right now, and this book gives us so many techniques how we can use and we can be more productive. And if you are the leader of any business group, or you are head of anything, and if you are worried about some work, how it will be managed, this book gives the technique and insights on how you can do something in those situations, not giving some spoilers or what. And also, I'm a student, so all my online classes are being from home. All my projects assignment I have to do from home, so there were some techniques which I have been using before also, which is mentioned in this book, and there were some new techniques which I would like to experiment with. So I enjoyed this book, and I would recommend it to you if you are some professional or also a student who is working from home.
The fourth book I was reading was Murder Before Carnival by Samir Kumar, and it was a murder mystery. The page count was just 117, but it was so gripping and I was enjoying. How many of you love murder mysteries and thriller books?
Oh my god, I am reading this book, Murder Before Carnival, and it is a murder mystery. The most shocking part was that the girl who is murdered, she is like kept inside the idol of Durga Ma. It is the story is of the time period of Dashera in Kolkata, and elections are also going to take place soon. So this body is kept inside that idol and she's plastered over. तो उस मूर्ति के अंदर is the corpse, and when the festival is over and उसको दहन करने ले जाते हैं by the side of river. So when the face starts melting off in the river, and then it is visible that there is a girl, a dead corpse inside that. This is so gripping. And then a small boy went over there and he clicks a picture with this dissolving face, and then he posts into social media, and then the picture goes viral. So now everybody is interested because religious, political, every aspect is in this book. I'm really enjoying it. The suspense, the thriller, it gives me goosebumps sometimes. So I'll just continue reading it and I'll let you know how it was.
2,000 years later.
I'm done with my fourth book, Murder Before Carnival. Very interesting, and I said yes, there is going to be a sequel of this book, because at last it is written, picture abhi baki, and because the main character Ahana, like, it is an open-ended book, so I'm expecting a sequel. And it was very nice how the narrative was, how the everything was in place, and how they have talked about this big smuggling thing, underworld, and keeping, like, the author was able to mix up all the aspects together, religious, political, and some underworld things, and it was interesting, really gripping. It was a good paced book and a lucidly written, like, it is not such hard language or something, so you can read it in your free time. I would recommend it. Hi everyone, so I finished my book, and then I had a nap. I showered, and I didn't want to have lunch today. I didn't want to have lunch today, so I made myself Maggie. Then I'm reading that book, and it will be over soon because it is just of 97 pages, and I have done almost 30-40 pages. So it will be over soon, and that will be the end of this readathon. I'll talk to you after finishing this book.
The fifth book I was reading was The Call Part 1, Mumbai by Vipul Barpute, and I was also having Maggie, and trust me when I say this, I make the best Maggie in this whole world. And then again, I needed sugar to boost up my energy, so I was also having a 5-star bar. How many of you love eating sweet things? I am a big fan of chocolates, and so if you want to impress me, always gift me chocolates, and I would accept it truly and heartfully.
Hi everyone, so I just finished the 5th book, and with that this read-a-thon is over. And the last book was nail biting and so thrilling. Like the story revolves around this main author Siddharth, and the story begins with him visiting a radio FM show, and then there is a caller. Okay, he's the third or fourth caller. He wants to be called as a game master, and then he asks questions to this author Siddharth, and he has his family, like he threats Siddharth to answer those questions, and if there is a technical glitch, so they cannot cut his call, and then that game master has all of his family members with him, and if Siddharth answers wrong, or if he like prolongs the answer, the game master kills one of the family member. It is so thrilling, seriously, I enjoyed it a lot. Like the end was the best this book. And this book was a very short read. It was just of 97 pages, and I am hoping for part 2, like sequel, because the name only says the call part 1 Mumbai. So with that comes the end of my readathon. So to conclude, I finished 5 books in 24 hours, and my first book was Ravan, A Mistaken King and an Unmistaken Leader by Gaurav Kataria. And the way the author has put in different narratives of what Ravan did, why he did so, and what was his kind of story, it was very interesting. And it was the first time I got to know that Sita was actually daughter of Ravan. I never knew it before, although I have watched many Ravan TV show, Ramayan TV shows and many series. So this was the first time I know, and the scientific part I talked about, that was the most gripping thing which I like. But after every chapter he has put in how those ideas from Ramayana or the Ravana's leadership quality can be used in today's corporate world. That was kind of like putting abrupt stop in the middle, and it was disturbing sometimes, so I skipped those pages. And for me it was because I'm not into corporate things, and it was nice sometimes to read, but after every chapter it got disturbing and I didn't like it. So like if he wanted to put in the lessons from what Ravan leadership was, he could have put that in end, so those who wanted to read it, actually they would go at the end. But it's okay, I enjoyed that read. The second book that I read was mythological Crumbs by Ajay Patil. It is a poetic book, and I liked few of the poems. Few of the poems like were not rhythmic, and they lacked the rhythm, and but there was this line. Okay, I'll read it. I have this little notebook. So, light at the end of passage, call it what you may, grab on to whatever passes, you see, you touch, you know it all. Applause, 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 here is death. Life should be lived in such a way that when death comes, it's an applause. So some of his poems were very relatable, and since the poem in this book is not of a singular topic, it is about life, it is about love, it is about respect, and many different parts are there. Almost total 80 plus poems are there in this book, and some are very relatable, as I told earlier, and some I enjoyed a lot, and some were just like dragging this book, but it was nice. It was also nice. The third book I picked up was The Art of Influencing Project Success by Nicholas Fugerson. So this book was not meant for kids, not meant for students, but it was meant for someone who is leading or who are getting affected by the current situation and who are working from home right now. But the techniques that I found in this book can be applied to the students, like how we do projects, how we do assignment, and that was the lesson I take from this book. The fourth book I read was Murder Before Carnival by Samir Kumar, and it was a murder mystery, and it was so interesting. And the main character was Ahana, and that is the kind of woman I like dream to be of. Not exactly, but how independent she is, how she doesn't care about what people have different perspective for her, but she does what she wants to do. And then even if that means staying lonely, she does it, and she enjoys her work and she's not afraid to die at the end when the murderer says that if you get this information you might die, but she doesn't care about that. She just wants to work and try to find out who the murderer was, how did that murder take place. And this is also like the perfect time of reading this book because the book's timeline is around the Shera in Kolkata, so we get many insights into how the idols are made, what is like there is the detail that the soil is brought from outside the brothel for making the Durga idol, and that were the kind of things I enjoyed in this book. The fourth book was The Call Part 1 Mumbai by Vipul, and the surname is Barputa, so I don't know what to pronounce, Barpute or Brapte, and I don't know. So I'll just call him Vipul, and he did a wonderful job because the book was nail-bitingly thrilling and so exciting. Because when this author, a very famous author, goes into the radio and he receives many calls, and after 3 or 4 calls this game master calls, and this is also thrilling because he has the hold of his family, and then he wants his secret to be revealed, like he wants Siddharth to speak his secret, and then we got to know about what his actual secret was, not giving any spoilers right now. So I enjoyed this book too, and I would recommend it if you are into mysteries and thrilling. And the book also acts like a movie in your head because it is very fast paced, because the book is only of 97 pages, so there are twist and twist and twist, like when you get into that mood and there is twist, when you get into that mood there is twist. So it was also very fun, and that is the conclusion of this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a productive week ahead. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for sure for more updates from me, because I make videos on book reviews, study vlogs, productivity, UPSC, and college related. So stay tuned. Bye.